guys, and welcome to another ST video where we are going to have a look at yet another arcade conversion, SDI from Activision, published in 1988 and developed by Source. And they also developed P-47 Thunderbolt, Desolator and Sonic Boom, and also Predator. And I remember Sonic Boom being pretty impressive and looking very nice, but it was a little bit wonky to play. But overall they've done some nice games for the ST. And the artwork for the cover and the ad I think has been done by David John Rowe, but I'm not entirely sure and I haven't seen his signature, but it does look like his style. And as I mentioned, this is an arcade conversion of Sega's arcade game released in 1987 by the same name, SDI. This is a horizontally scrolling shooter with dual controls. You have a joystick that you use to control the satellite that's firing, and you have a trackball which controls the aiming reticle. So yeah, kind of a twin-stick shooter, but not quite. Stick and ball shooter, perhaps? And this game was developed by Sega's R&D 1 team, and it was planned by Takasumi Tomoike. And he also worked on Galaxy Force 2, and a whole bunch of the Dynasty Warriors games. And the game is based on the real strategic defense initiative that current President Ronald Reagan cooked up back in, I think, '83 to defend the US from Russian nuclear missiles. And I don't think it was terribly effective back then. Maybe they have improved it by now and have a more effective system, but yeah, stopping ballistic missiles isn't entirely easy. Thankfully, the arcade game is a lot more fun and also a bit easier, I suppose, compared to real life. And I think the game was reasonably successful across the world. So with that, let's just dive in to the ST version. Pretty nice looking loading screen, which I believe has been digitized. And we also get some sampled music, which I think has been composed in quartet, if I remember correctly. I remember being pretty impressed by the music back in the day. And we also get some chiptunes in the game. And I think we are going to redefine the keys. I'm going to use WASD for controlling the satellite. Don't know what toggle does though. And on the high score screen you can actually fire for some reason. I don't know why, but it's kind of neat, I suppose. And let's just select one player game and let's get going. Stage 1, offensive half. And the graphics of this one look really, really nice, especially on an old CRT. So we're just supposed to blast the nuclear missiles. And the controls are a little bit different compared to the arcade. When I use the... when I move the satellite, I should say, the crosshairs don't move, which was a little bit annoying in the... there's a power-up and I missed it. A little bit annoying in the arcade. But if you move just the mouse, the satellite is moving as well a bit, which is also a bit weird, I suppose. But yeah, the controls are pretty good, and except when it does that, I did not expect that to happen. Because when I move the crosshairs, the satellite kind of follows. A little bit weird. So I think we restart. So let's try and do better this time around. Blow up all kinds of satellites, and let's try and get the power up because I want it. Yeah, come here. Oh, okay. Foiled by that thing, whatever it is. If we press space, the satellite is actually remaining in position. That is very useful. Let's just restart because I want to, yeah. So I'm just going to hold space so I don't have to be moving around more than necessary. I don't think I knew about this back in the day, about the toggle function actually. And I missed the power-up anyway, but never mind. We don't need no stinking power-ups, do we? Okay, let's try and do a little bit better with the protection of mankind. Oh, well, the US. Take that and take... Oh, they are firing as well. Okay, okay. And it sends me back to the start. Okay, okay. Terrific. Come here, power-up thing. And yeah, I forgot to hold space there. Shite. And I had to restart the recording because, yeah, technical issues. So here we are again at the start. And I almost got satellited there. Take that, you filthy Russian missiles. See if I can grab that thing. But once that worked, let's try and keep the space button pressed. Okay, let's grab. Ah, I'm so slow. But this is a really nice little shooter, actually. Very well done as well compared to the arcade. It doesn't quite look the same, but it still looks very nice. I think we finished stage 1 without letting too many missiles past my satellite. Maybe... oh, 100%! Only some fighters passed by. That's a shame. So I didn't get the perfect penguin, because you get little perfect and little penguin on screen if you do 100% everything. And this is, I think, the stage where we are supposed to just defend against, or defend our moon base or something against missiles. There's a lot of missiles in this one, I have to say. Oh, what the hell is that? Not sure what that is. Balls, maybe? I think I let one missile slip past. The controls are fairly responsive, I must say, and even though the mouse controls are a little bit wonky as per usual, it feels a bit off. So, almost perfect, but not quite. Offensive half. And now we get a much more sadder tune. It's a bunch of different chip tunes, and they're quite nice. And this is Mars? The moon? Don't know, but let's just blast stuff and get out of the way. Yeah, there was another game called SDI on the ST, and that was a cinemaware game. It was kind of a similarly themed. Oh, never mind the power-ups. About nuclear war and avoiding it. It was a really early game for the ST and looked really, really nice, but gameplay was pretty weak. It kind of consisted, I think, of only 2 mini-games. But maybe there was more stuff to discover. I don't think I played it for very long because it was really, really difficult, so I kind of gave up. And it was one of the earliest games I got for my ST. Oh man, those projectiles are getting faster, I feel. And I'm not a fan of being sent back all the time when I die. And I still didn't get it. Unbelievable! What? I didn't even see what got me there, and here I am being sent back to the start again. Okay, gotcha, finally. Oh man, feels like my hitbox is a little bit bigger than the actual sprite, right? Yeah, I really don't like getting sent back all the time. It's really frustrating. I kind of remember that now, and I wasn't a fan of that back in the day either. But other than that, it is a really nice little shooter. That's quite addictive. So maybe I'm gonna let go of space, try and get out of the way of everything here, because there's quite a few things that want to murder me, and oh god, yeah, again I got fooled by the weird mouse controls where I sometimes move the ship when I move the crosshairs. Yeah, but hey, a nice little game, so let's go and check out some reviews before we end, shall we? I supported the ST version 844 mystery points, and they wrote, excellent scrolling, color, sprite design and explosions. There's a different piece of music on every level and the tune sounds good too. The dual control works well, but it's definitely recommended you have either 2 players or a joystick that can be suckered, clamped or otherwise strapped down. Yeah, that's some good healthy advice actually. And they also gave it an arcade accuracy score of 6 and wrote, an excellent conversion for graphics, gameplay and even the control method. If you liked it in the arcade, you'll love it on the ST. And yeah, can't argue with that. Really solid conversion. ST Amiga Format gave it a very similar rating at 85%, and they wrote, there's loads of disk accessing when used with a 520 ST. You don't mind your high scores being saved to disk when you know you've achieved something major, but when screens are loaded in between each phase, it becomes increasingly annoying. However, it's nowhere near as annoying as being returned to the beginning of a phase when you've spent 5 minutes negotiating with a vengeful group of fighters and ended up in bits. SDI is filled with brilliant graphics and is as addictive as it ever was in the arcades. Yeah, the getting sent back is really annoying, but I didn't have any problems with the loading because I did run this on a 1 meg emulated machine, so I think that helps a lot with the loading problem, and don't remember that from back in the day either. So, hope you enjoyed this quick peek at SDI, thanks for watching and all that stuff, and as always, hope to catch you next time. Cheers!